All right, so good morning.
Good morning, welcome back to the channel.
Yeah, we are running a little bit behind for our next adventure, but I hope that you guys will tag along with us and stick around to see
What we're doing today.
Yeah.
So this is something new in the next coming year and we wanted to share it with you all. So come tag along with us today as we get lost.
Yeah, so let's go.
We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this.
Wanna be the person that you call up when you're down. Wanna be the first who knows all of your deepest secrets. Can I be the one who wakes you up before you missed your ride? 'Cause I wanna be close to you, and I wanna show you something new. You gotta know, every day I got your back, yeah, you can count on me for that. So put your hand in mine, I will be there every day. When you're sick of the climb, I will make sure it's okay. I know you didn't ask for any of this, but we reach for the sky. That's with flying colors now.
We are officially in the air. So we have officially made it to our flight. We are now in Phoenix, in the area where the courtesy pickup truck is.
Yeah, so we're gonna wait for the courtesy people to pick us up to take us to the hotel, and then we will show you guys the hotel when we get there. All right, so we have made it to our hotel, and because I am a Hilton Diamonds member, they did go ahead and upgrade our room for us, which was actually really nice of them, especially since I didn't book on Hilton.com. I booked on Booking, so keep that in mind. If you're a Hilton Rewards member, you may still be able to get all of the perks by booking other ways. So anywho, we're gonna show you the king bed suite here at the Hilton Phoenix Airport. Right into the right here, you have the bathroom, and there's a cute little bunny that's made out of a washcloth. And then it looks like we've got some nice shampoo and lotion and bath soap. Definitely not like, you know, low-end stuff. It's just a simple shower. Honestly, the head of it reminds me of the last Hilton we stayed at, but it's not as grimy. It's actually a clean shower. All right, moving on. You've got the restroom behind the door, which is kind of nice. A little privacy there. And that broke off the door, so not my fault. Looks like you could have joined a second room here, but walking into the main area, there's a little bit of a little storage closet here that has an ironing board, hangers, of course your traditional safe. Very cute. And then of course we've got this nice little sitting room with a couch, little table, and then This is the entertainment center with the TV. And looks like our icebox is there. There's a nice little workstation over here in case you want to do some work. I don't think we are going to do any work for these 24 hours, but in case you wanted it, it is there. And then of course we have a king bed. 2 nightstands, which is pretty cool. Give you guys a nice view of that. It's a pretty spacious room. It's like on the corner of a circle, so you definitely get a lot of space. And then over here we have a little wet bar with a mini fridge, coffee maker, and then of course the sink. And hello. And then we move over here for the grand reveal. We have a balcony. Ta-da! Blinded by the lights. Which I have to say is really nice. It does actually let a lot of light into the room. So stepping out here, we don't really have much of a view. It is just the view of the parking lot and the freeway. And there's a black cat over there. I don't know if you can see him. He's just kind of hanging out. And then I'm not sure what hotel that is that it backs up to. Oh, the Sleep Inn. That is the Sleep Inn's pool. More Hilton parking lot. Pretty interesting. And you can see the planes taking off and going where they want to go because we are right by the airport. All right, and then I think there's one more window. I don't think it opens up to a balcony. But maybe I'll be surprised. I don't think it does. Oh, it does. We got 2 balconies. Look at that. There goes the kitty. Ugh. Same view. There's a sprinkler head going off down there. But yeah, same view. I have to say though, it does let a lot of light into the room because the room is a little bit dark with just the actual lights that it has, so. That's gonna do it for our room tour. We're gonna show you guys the rest of the hotel in just a little bit. Maybe grab a bite to eat. We're gonna do a little bit of exploring of Phoenix because we are here for 24 hours, and we definitely want to take you guys on this crazy adventure of us taking off one day and coming home literally 24 hours later. So let's get to it.
So we wanted to explain a little bit of our strategy with our one-day flight. So what we're trying to do is go to cities around really the country that we can do in one day from Las Vegas. And our goal is to at least do 1 restaurant and possibly 1 attraction, or even just 1 attraction. Just kind of depends on how it falls. This one's going to be a little bit different than usual. We're typically not going to stay at a hotel, but just because it was our first one, we wanted a couple safety barriers just to try it out and get us into the flavor. So what we're going to do next
is talk about some of the restaurants that we have come up with to try.
Yeah.
And we're gonna pick one, and you guys are gonna have to stay tuned to see which one we pick.
Exactly, and how we did it was we did some research on the plane flight as well as a little bit before the trip, but really we give ourselves from the moment we get on that plane to do some research and find a place to eat, and then we present them to each other, which you're going to see in a minute.
Yeah.
And then we'll make that decision, and at the end of the video you get to see where we decided to go.
Yeah, and I think this is gonna be really cool because we both have our own kind of flavor that we like to enjoy, and so we're both going to bring it to the table and see where we end up.
And plus we're going to go to new restaurants that we've never been to before, so they could be absolute bombs or they could be amazing once in a lifetime experiences. So we're super excited.
Yeah.
A little bit nervous, but we look forward to having you tag along on these trips.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how these trips pan out because there are so many places that we have never been, and everything is like really close to Vegas too, on the West Coast. Like we really have not explored the West Coast, so if there's a city that you guys think we should go to, let us know in the comments below, and we will add it to our list and we will check it out.
Yeah, or if you know something in Phoenix, Arizona, or even San Diego, Los Angeles, a great restaurant we should be trying, let us know in the comments below, because we'll definitely add that to our list, as well as attractions too. If there's anything that we can see in a day that we're not really stressing out on and still get back to the airport, we're definitely up for it.
Yeah, so let's get this adventure going.
All right, Nacy. So what are your picks for this trip?
So I found this French restaurant that's called Francine, which I think is kind of funny because you have an Aunt Francine. Anywho,
What are the odds?
What are the odds? Like, who would have thought? So pretty much it's a fancy French restaurant that meets a Mediterranean cuisine. It's supposed to be a pop-up in Scottsdale, which Scottsdale is like literally on the outskirts of Phoenix. And it's supposed to be like kind of a contemporary place with an airy vibe, and it's got a bar so we can get a drink and just kick back and relax. They also have a lot of food too, because like we could try brunch, because it's still kind of early in the day. It's only like 1 o'clock, but they also have dinner, so if we want to just go get a snack and then maybe hit there afterwards. I think it's got just a little bit of everything that we could want. It's got a lot of seafood, and it's got a few things that I think we've never tried, like steak tartare. So what do you say?
Interesting. We haven't had French food since the pavilion at Epcot, so that's one to think about. So what's your second choice?
So there's this other restaurant that is kind of a little bit completely different. It is a Italian restaurant called Pa La Italian. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but they have wood-fired Italian cuisine, which I'm always down for, especially if it's like a wood-fired pizza. Always really good. It does look like they do a lot of tapas and bowls, a lot of seafood, which who doesn't love seafood? But it looks like it's in downtown Phoenix, which downtown Phoenix has actually kind of got a really cool vibe. Last time I was in Phoenix 2-3 years ago, I really enjoyed the vibe of downtown Phoenix, so maybe we might enjoy the atmosphere. Again, it's got a bar so we can get some drinks and try some seafood and Italian food, because we have not found a good Italian place in a while. So what's your favorite pick?
So my first pick is going to be the Stockyard Steakhouse. It's started in 1947. It's apparently the Arizona's original steakhouse, which is super cool. It is really kind of staying true to this heritage. It's got grass-fed beef and really sort of beef-heavy, steak-heavy restaurant. You know me, I love my steaks. So that was like crying to me. And apparently it has like a cowboy theme to it too, so it's kind of got that western cowboy feel to the atmosphere, and I just think that would be kind of a cool little probably kitschy, but really kind of cool Arizona thing, and you can't go wrong with steaks.
I have to agree. That sounds really cool. So do you have any other ones that maybe we might want to try?
Well, yes, since we said we were going to pick two, I do have a second pick. My second pick would be Ingo's Tasty Food. It's located in the Phoenix area, and it's sort of like a sandwich meets bar sort of atmosphere, like a gastropub. It's got like premium drinks, premium ingredients. It's got a bunch of salads, hand chopped. Dressings are always made in house. They really sort of beef up that whole made in house, and so I really like sort of the homemade or really cheap food. So I think this is good. They also have a bake shop attached to it, and they say no guilt, all pleasure, because their ingredients are top of the line. So I thought, if we were looking for something lighter, trying to eat a little bit lighter while we're on the trip, because this is our first time doing these one day trips, I think it probably is a good selection.
Sounds really interesting.
All right, guys, so we are now heading out for our first adventure. We are gonna go check out our first attraction for Phoenix. So let's go hit the road.
This is the Arizona Mills Mall. As you can see, it is a busy. Rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, rolling. I believe the little child just tried to pickpocket that lady. If you want to rent a bike, ride around the mall. Go for it. Light rockets, that's what it's called. So there is a Legoland inside the mall too. But looks like just a Lego store. I don't know why they call it the Discovery Center.
So it's only $15 to get into the aquarium. And you can get into the aquarium and Legoland.
Let us know in the comments below. You think we're going to go to the aquarium? Alright, so here is the Aquarium Exhibit inside the mall. Fascinating. Brave Critter Canyon. Looks like they have Finding Nemo and Dory. And as Macy shows, looks more than 5,000 creatures. Oh boy.
You ride unlimitedly, or is there a fast pass that I can do? Where's the lightning lane?
Sorry, sir, I've come to the lightning lanes. I don't know what you want me to tell you, but I need to find the lightning lanes. It's a desert scene made out of Legos right next to the food court in the mall. Pretty cool. Even the sign's kind of made out of Legos. Kind of neat. Did you know that Lego bricks? It's 180,500 for Legos. Wow. There's also a carousel in this mall.
It looks like it goes pretty fast.
So this place kind of looks like a Dave and Buster's-esque.
They have 150 games and pinball. I'm always down for some pinball.
Pinball, is it? So we looked online and I don't know if you can even hear me, but we looked online to the Arizona Mills Mall, and don't be deceived, it's not as impressive as it makes it seem online. There's a very small aquarium, 2 rides at a Legoland, which isn't really a Legoland to me, and it's really just a kind of a basic mall. So definitely been interesting. Now we're going to try to find something to munch on in between our main picks in the evening.
Alright, so like Gary said, this place is not quite what I thought it was going to be when I looked it up online. It kind of made it seem like there was like an aquarium and like Legoland and then like an arcade, which yes, it does have all 3 of those things, but they are not what the website makes it out to be. Right now we're sitting in the food court, and half of the restaurants in the food court are closed. And the mall's a little run down. Like you can tell like this half of the mall that we're in is a little bit more updated, but like the other half of the mall like literally looks like the early 90s. Very interesting, I have to say. Like hands down, it was interesting, but definitely not what I expected when we came here for sure. But I think we're gonna go to Johnny Rockets and get a snack to hold us over till we get to our dinner surprise. So make sure you guys keep watching, and if you've made it this far in the video, leave us a comment below and let us know what you think we should eat at Johnny Rockets. Granted, we won't see it till after it posts, but I'm always curious to know, like, what do you guys eat? Do you go to Johnny Rockets? I've only been there like once, so yeah. So far, it's been interesting.
to take my first bite of the salad. Here we go. House-made ranch. A little bit different than normal house-made ranch. It's a little more peppery. It's really good though. And it has like a sort of like spinach medley in there. It's a pretty solid salad. I mean, nothing super out of the way, but a good steak salad. So let's see what Nancy thought of her steak.
I got the salad with the house vinaigrette. So let's give it a go. It's very light, not like an overpowering vinaigrette. It's not bad.
What'd you think of the biscuits and jalapeno bread? Cornbread.
I think I like the biscuits a little bit more than the cornbread, but they were both really good, and the butter was fantastic on both of them.
Yeah, the biscuits were super soft, and the butter is like a cinnamon butter. It's really tasty. Definitely recommend that part of the meal.
I really like it.
So I'm going to start with the Parmesan potatoes. Creamy, definitely have some heavy cream in there. Potatoes are good, a ton of Parmesan. Fairly tasty. Yeah, I like those. Now for the Big Mac Daddy, let's give the prime rib a chance. Yeah, the prime rib's good seasoning. Perfectly cooked how I like it. Horseradish gives it just that little bit of kick. This is definitely fantastic. I would definitely order this again. So what do you think about yours, Nancy?
Alright, so I'm going to start with my loaded baked potato, and I have to say it looks really good. It's got chives, it's got butter, it's got sour cream, it's got bacon, it's got cheese, and definitely not like skimping on the topping, so that's fantastic. So let's give it a go. That's a good baked potato. Like, hands down, that is really good. Alright, next up is my ribeye. I got the 16-ounce ribeye. Let's see if I can cut it. And it's actually a really nice cut. It looks like doesn't look like there's a lot of fat. It's pretty thick. And I also got the steak butter, but I'm gonna give it a try without the steak butter first. It's lightly seasoned, but you can really taste like the freshness of the steak. It was cooked perfectly, and honestly, it tastes really good. All right, next up, I'm gonna try just a little bit of this butter. I'm gonna pour it all over my steak in a minute, but for these purposes. It's got a little garlic, a little salt, and some extra herbs in it, and it's delicious. Like, it just takes my steak up like another level. So yeah, this is really good. 10 out of 10, would recommend. We're gonna finish eating our steaks, and we will talk to you guys after we're done.
taste any citrus in there either. I mean, maybe a very faint undertone of it, but really, it's just a really decent creme brulee. Yeah, it's not bad though. So we'll get back to eating our creme brulee, and then we'll catch up with you outside. All right, so we're back just hanging out in our hotel room, relaxing after a long day.
Yeah.
Your mic fell. So let's start talking about the mall that we went to. What is it, Meadows Mall?
It was the Arizona Mills Mall.
I was incorrect entirely.
And it's located technically in what's called Tempe, which is still Phoenix. It's just like a suburb. And I'm just gonna say, like, when we honestly don't know anything about Phoenix, we really don't, and I was just kind of Googling to see what was around our hotel that we could go check out, and Arizona Mills popped up, and the website was a little deceiving. It definitely made it look like it was gonna be a little bit more up to date and maybe a little bit more upscale than what we encountered. And it seems like the mall is kind of going through transitions. They're not quite sure what they want to do. From what I'm hearing from the locals, it's not their best mall. But what did you think?
Yeah, I think it's sort of in that rundown phase, but they're trying to refurb it. The food court had probably about 8 different stands, but only about 3 of them are open. Literally, they had this cool barbecue place, it wasn't open. This cool burger place, it wasn't open. And then they also have like a Korean corn dog place coming in there, which fascinates us, and I wish that was there because we definitely would have tried that. So that was disappointing. The stores were typical mall-esque stores except for the Legoland Adventures. The aquarium, which I don't know if I'd call that an aquarium, it said it had 5,000 fish. If you think about it, that's not really that many fish. So we didn't want to pay $30 to go see the fish. We sort of backed out of that. And Legoland had 2 rides. One looked like a Toy Story Mania ride with like the shooters. I don't have any idea what the other one looked like, and we just kind of decided, nah, that wasn't really for us. The website was really good though, and interactive and engaging, and acted like there's a lot of stuff there. And I think that's one of the things we're going to learn along the way doing these one-day trips, is that there's a lot of deceptive practices out there to get people to come in.
Yeah, these little tourist traps, man, they get ya.
Yeah, and it worked. It worked for us. We were on our way home in an Uber, and the guy who lived here was like, oh, you need to do like hiking trails and stuff. He couldn't name anything specifically to do, which kind of was interesting to me. So maybe this is more of a nature area, but we'll definitely probably come back here in the future. There's still a couple places that we wanted to visit here, but we wanted to really take it safe for our first time. And then the food that we had tonight was pretty cool. So what did you think about the steakhouse?
Yeah, I thought the steakhouse was overall really great. When we first got in there, we kind of started our meal. I was a little taken back by the salad, and I was like kind of holding my breath, but their biscuits and their cornbread actually like blew us away.
Yes, very, very tasty biscuits and cornbread.
My steak was probably some of the best steaks I've had in the last little bit, but my steak definitely blew me away. The baked potato was creamy. It was actually a loaded baked potato.
Yes.
How many times do you tell them you want a loaded baked potato and you get like a little sprinkle of cheese, a little bit of sour cream, tiny little bit of butter and bacon, and like you really only have enough to eat like a couple bites? I mean, I cleaned this potato from the inside out.
And it had like a ton of chives and stuff on it too. It wasn't just like cheese, bacon, and a little bit of sour cream. It was really good. And honestly, even for me, that was my favorite side. Definitely recommend the loaded baked potato.
What did you think about the steakhouse? How was your meal?
So my prime rib was really good, but like other prime ribs, it kind of loses its taste in the middle of it, which is just, I think, kind of like a prime rib thing. But overall, really tasty. Good seasoning on the steak. The Parmesan potato wedges, or flakes, I think is what they called them, Parmesan potato flakes, were good. They weren't really for me, but if you like Parmesan and you like a little bit of like, I don't know, it had like this little like green texture to it too. And it was really tasty, but for me, I really liked the loaded baked potato a little bit better. And the ribeye was fantastic. It was well seasoned, well grilled. So overall, the steaks were fantastic. The history there too was really awesome. The pictures and all that stuff that was there, the stories about the cowboys, the fact that it used to be like a meat packing plant, and something we talked about was like, can't imagine what the smell used to be back in the day.
Because literally, like, the picture shows like the pens of
right
the
next
cows,
to the restaurant.
like literally right next to it. And all I can think of is when we were driving out to Las Vegas, and we would drive past these cow farms, and you would just smell it for miles and miles and miles. So I just pictured in my head that that's probably what it smelled like when you went outside.
Yeah, and two, they had like the old menu from 1889. It was like $7.99 or $9.99 for a 2-person porterhouse,
Which is crazy.
Which had a salad, baked potato, all that stuff too. So it was really, really cool. Really sort of a step back. The atmosphere was good. It was very cowboy western niche-y type of thing. The saloon looked awesome. It looked like an old school like saloon with the bar, and then like the sitting area where they would play poker and stuff. Honestly, that was spot on. That was so cool. So overall, I think that was honestly well worth it for us. A lot better than our first choice of the Meadow Malls to check out. And I just called it that, and that's not the name.
It's the Arizona Mills, but that's okay. If you're out there, Meadow Malls,
you're about the same level.
Are you the same? I'm sorry. But anyways, I thought overall it was really good. Our dessert, we got the creme brulee. Well, actually, it was called the burnt citrus, which was their version of a creme brulee.
It was just a creme brulee.
It was just a straight up creme brulee. It was not bad. It was good.
Yeah, but you could clearly see the vanilla bean in it. There was not much of a citrus taste to it. So I was expecting a little bit of like orange or even lemon or something, but no. It was a straight up vanilla bean creme brulee. good. It was good. The top was a little weak, honestly, but it was good overall tasting wise.
Yeah, and if you guys like creme brulee, Gary actually made creme brulee, and we made a video about it. So make sure you guys check out that video where we made creme brulee at home, and you guys can make it too. It's a little complicated, but really not that hard.
Yeah.
So
let us know in the comments below. What is your favorite dessert? I think they had like a chocolate cake, cheesecake, or creme brulee. Which one would you have picked for dinner? Because we're always sort of tossed up between what we get in the desserts, because I really like cheesecake, but we also really love creme brulee. So it's kind of a sort of toss up as to which we get.
Yeah, so that's gonna wrap up our night. We're probably just gonna hang out for a little bit, get a little bit of rest, because homegirl here has been up for almost 24 hours, maybe a little bit more, not sure. But we're definitely a little jet lagged, a little tired, and we might see you guys tomorrow with one last adventure in Phoenix, or we might see you
At home.
at home. So
When we wrap this whole journey up.
So we will see you guys in probably like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Hello guys, and this is the end of our 24-hour journey in Phoenix. Apologize, I'm a little backlit, so we have some time to burn until our flight, so we decided to get a day pass to one of the lounges, and this one is actually open to anybody, regardless of what airline or credit card status you have, and it's called Escape. They apparently have lounges like all across the country in different airports, and it's about $35 for a day pass, and with it comes free soda, water, tea, coffee, beer and wine, and then like mixed drinks I think are an upgrade that you just pay for at the bar. And there's like a little like snack buffet that had like little tapas. They had little chicken tenders and cheese. There's cheesecake, cookies, all of that. So we're just gonna hang out in here until it gets closer to our time to get on our plane and just kind of hang out. So we're just gonna hang out in the lounge.
We can't recommend the Escape lounges enough, especially in the Phoenix airport. The staff was amazing. Everybody was wonderful in there. To know that you can get mixed drinks, you just can't get top shelf. Top shelf is extra, but mixed drinks are included as well in the price. We ended up spending 8 hours in the Escape Lounge because our flight kept getting delayed, so hopefully we'll make it out.
Wanna be the person that you call up when you're down. Wanna be the first who knows all of your deepest secrets. Can I be the one who wakes you up before you missed your ride? 'Cause I wanna be close to you. And I wanna
We were
show
pretty
you
lucky and made it out on the
something
last flight of the
new.
night to Las Vegas due to some weather that was happening on the West Coast. But if you like the video, make sure to like it and subscribe to the channel because we'll be doing at least 3 to 4 more of these in the next year. So if you want to see more, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get notified when we post those new videos. We will see you on the next one. Bye, everybody.